Welcome, race fans, back to SVR. My name is Webbo here for the Rookie Division Round 7 of the Championship as the drivers are just heading on out of the... let me just get this right. Heading out onto the track for qualifying here. Yeah, just jostling for position as you would always expect them to be doing. Try and find you the driver who is at the front of the field right now. That appears to be Roscoe, who is first out on track. I hope everyone's doing well. Good to be back with you all. And hello to Brum, to Nigel, Hot Laps, Finn, Oscar, all joining in already, and it's great to be back here. We're in the somewhat sunny, surprisingly sunny Austrian race. We were expecting pretty thick cloud today, so looks like we've got a small respite, at least for qualifying here. We're adding more stickers to Roscoe's car, I can see, which is awesome. I think that was the Tenant's Lager T on the side of the car. We'll investigate that a little bit later on, I'm sure. We're on board then with Roscoe, who will have the clearest view into the start of today's race. I hope you're all ready for a strong one here from our drivers. They have been practicing like mad, as always, of course, and it's going to be very interesting. Through turn 1 we go, on board with Roscoe. A little bit, possibly a tiny amount of lag once again, as you see the Styrian Mountains in the background here at the Spielberg region of Austria, underneath the tomato sign, and heading uphill towards what is essentially turn 3, sharp hairpin right. Lots of opportunity to take different lines and overtake through here. Another long flat out section across the north side of the circuit before heading straight downhill, pointing downhill this time for braking, as we head into turn 4, which becomes turn 5 on its exit. You'll see drivers go side by side, I'm sure, through there. There's the Red Bull of the Red Bull Ring on the left of your screen for a moment before we head into turn 6. And just getting into the apex, neat and tidy here from Roscoe. Looks like a very nice banker lap building at this stage through turn 7. Now and over 8. I was hoping we would end up with some corner names for Red Bull Ring eventually, but they haven't really translated into anything just yet. In we go to turn 9 then. The Austrian flag, gravel and tarmac painted surface on the outside of turn 10, the final turn. A helicopter watching us as we head over the line then. Roscoe on a 129.2. Can that be beaten by Hervas? Yes, it absolutely can. Hervas straight into P1. Callum comes through into P3 on his run as a whole train of drivers are crossing the line right now. Taff down at the back with Rizback in there with Crooked Woody in 6th. Lord Souza posts an 8th place position. We've got Bugish Bandy, who is... I just need to get this right. Bugish Bandy, who is Kandras. Sorry, Kandras on your display. I'm having to use this one as Mr. T, the first Swedish registered driver to cross the line. He will start his hot lap here. Mr. T racing with us for the first time in a regular season race, reserving for his team. Got bright purple gloves. I'm assuming that he is Hector Motorsports. He is not Hector Motorsports. He is Schmidt Kitchens and Interior Solutions for Azul, the new sponsorship for Azul Racing. But he's got a penalty on the car, so this will not be a good lap from him straight away. We'll go join on board with Hervas then. Let me know if there are any problems on our run. Well, I can see straight away that for Hector, we've got only 9 drivers in qualifying. I've posted a time. Hopefully the other drivers have actually sorted themselves out as far as Hector is concerned. Hervas over the edge of track limits as he crosses the line then. He wasted that lap. It wasn't good enough regardless. Jazzy Beats is in P3 out there, or Jazzy Blue Flags is in P3 at the moment for Team Orange. He's going to cross the line, and we've got Rizback and Kandras both in the pits right now. Darkstar Finn says, let's let Nicky make up corner names. I mean, yes, but it's Nicky we're talking about. Do we really want Nicky's corner names? And I'm sure everyone is going to say, yes, we absolutely want Nicky's corner names, definitely. Let's join Callum, who's on board. He's been trained hard by his brother Brum. Brum was watching, tried to get in on the race, but unfortunately he was quickly dispatched. He is now an G2 driver, and therefore should not qualify to reserve drive, I believe, in rookies. This is an opportunity for drivers to really show their mettle, who are new to us or who are not yet affiliated with a higher division teammate or team structure. So heading in towards turn 9 we go on board with Callum. Nice little stab of the throttle after the apex, but had to get back out of it again slightly. Running wide, but not too wide out of turn 10. Callum then, can he increase his advantage? Not quite, 1/4 of a second slower than he had managed before. Let's check out Risbach, everyone's favourite Frenchman, here in SVR. He's just prepping the next lap. Hervas ahead of Roscoe, ahead of Lord Souza, is your top 3 in this qualifying session. We're into the second half of our racing season, would you believe? We will take a pretty significant month of racing off, however. So as a nice mid-season break for everybody. Here is Risbach. He's got a time that is 1 second slower than the pole position time. Very, very wide on the approach into turn 1. He's got, I think that looks like Roscoe's car in front of him. I've just realised we need to change that to display driver names, don't we, as Woody. It's not Roscoe, it's Woody's car. That was, I want to say, Cartman's sticker on the back of Woody's car there. I was never a big South Park fan, I have to say, but slamming on the throttle once again for Risbach. That was a relatively safe banker lap for Risbach there. Remember, we only get 10 minutes qualifying time here. No sprint today for our rookie drivers, but we are anticipating sprint race in the cloudy conditions here a little bit later on with the S1 group. And of course S2 are happening at exactly the same time. Callum just puts himself into P4, I noticed there, but I think we have too few drivers connected to Hector to really be able to make best use of Hector for the race today. We'll stick with it for now, bring you those results at the end of the qualifying session. In we go towards turn 9 with Risbach. He does have half a second penalty on the car. That will be added after the lap, I believe. Certainly it will be taken off as a time penalty on the next run. It's a bit of an odd way of coding the time penalties there. Risbach still didn't go faster anyway, unfortunately for him. Let's join Lord Souza, who follows Bugris Bandi or Kendras on his way out of the final corner to start a new lap, actually. Lord Souza now from P3. He's half a second slower than both Hervas and Roscoe. Hervas has an advantage of almost 0.3 of a second at this point, but it's just 0.09 of a second faster than Roscoe right now. Didn't quite get all of the apex through turn 3, unfortunately. Did Lord Souza, as we get into the 9th minute of a 10-minute qualifying. Down, and we are a little bit too close for comfort here on a hot lap, but it is on the driver following a run here. It is on the driver behind to engineer for themselves a good gap, and I think both drivers got that wrong. I think that was a late call there, really, from our Hungarian driver to really go for to move aside. And then both drivers, unfortunately, not getting much out of that turn. Here is Roscoe. We've seen plenty from him. 900ths of a second only away from Dios, or Hervas, as he's known in SVR. Personal best this time from Roscoe. Not good enough, though, to be a purple sector. Let's have a look. Where is Hervas? He is heading just behind him, and he's on the cusp, Hervas, of an even faster lap. So we'll stay with Roscoe through the course of this lap until he gets to his next timing update. Absolute beautiful clear skies above our Red Bull Ring racetrack here today for this race anyway. Heading in towards turn 6 now. A little upshift mid-corner, rebalance the car, and that's 0.4 of a second down. Following him on track, actually, it's Hervas. Let's see Hervas to cross the line now, and he is actually purple by 1/10.5 of a second. So I don't think Roscoe can do anything, but Hervas can certainly extend his lead here and further defend from anyone else who is running at the back, who's on a stellar lap. We've got pit stop for Callum at the moment. There's Taff going wrong mid-corner. That might have cost Hervas, unfortunately, an even better pole time. No, it didn't. 0.3 of a second faster, a 1:28.880 for Hervas. And there he is, Hervas taking the pole position at this stage anyway. We are deep into the finish point here of the qualifying session. Jazzy looks like he is still going fairly quickly, as is Fonseca. Over the crest there from Fonseca. Rodrigo into turn 9. Any improvement from P7? He has only 0.004 of a second to get Jazzy Beats here, his fellow Brazilian. Crossing the line, and unfortunately that was a slower time from him. Mr. T in P8 on his debut, and we have Irish Liquid, Crooked Woody and Boogers Bandy at the back. A surprisingly slower lap there from Boogers Bandy, but the entire 12-car field separated by only 1.3 seconds. It's a short lap, but that is still very impressive for a group of quote-unquote rookies or junior drivers. The third tier of the single-seater race cars that we operate here at SVR. So that is how qualifying works out. I will check out the current standings momentarily. They started a little bit earlier than I was expecting today, but that's all credit to Zenith for running the lobby. Love to hear your predictions for the race coming up. It's so good to have you all with us today. Please be part of the broadcast. You can always visit our website. Is actually on. Let me get this right. It's svr-racing.com/league/races if you want to race engineer live. We may well have to dispense with Hector for the race because we don't have several members of our field. This is then the qualifying session, as I'll get rid of the Hector display for now at very least. We have Hervas on pole. We're on a 28.8, 0.4 of a second away from Roscoe, with Lord Souza some further 0.4, 0.8 from the total pole position there. Lord Souza in P3. Joining him less than a second away from the leader is Callum on P4. Rizback is just outside of 1 second in a phenomenally close midfield. Rizback ahead of Jazzy Beats. Then comes Rodrigo Fonseca and the Swede Mr. T. With Taff in P9, Irish Liquid in 10th, Crooked Woody in 11th, and Boogris Bandy in 12th position. But so close among our mid and back of the field there for the qualifying session. Let's have a look at our standings, shall we? For the season so far anyway. Let's head on into the driver standings. Hervas leads with 3 wins and 2 further podiums and a no score on 82 points ahead of the youngster Oscar, who won back in round 5 and has been able to score at every round. He has 80 points to Hervas's 82. We have Jazzy Beats in 3rd position with Crooked Woody in 4th. Rizback drops to 5th place, but just 1 point away from Crooked Woody. Then comes Roscoe in P6, Candres in 7th, or Boogris Bandy, and then Rodrigo Fonseca, Vertigo, Bannon and Irish Liquid making out the top 12. I thought we were just heading into the race and I got a little bit panicky there, but we're okay. We were just updating the lobby, I believe. So we will be back in. We just had a cancellation of the lobby, unfortunately, but all is a-okay. So we've got Lord Souza in P13, followed by Jody and Callum. Callum only racing with us once before in the season so far. And he's changing the weather here to thick clouds, so much more like what we were expecting. There was about a 65% chance of rain I saw on the weather forecast. There is a slightly randomized element to GT7 situations, so there we go. Finn saying that he thinks Callum will race win in his rookie's debut. Well, on my standings, Finn, it says that Callum took part in round 4 of the championship, so it's not quite his debut in this car, but he's certainly not been gaining the same amount of experience as everybody else here. Looking forward then to the race. 26 laps await. Get ready though, because we do have a hell of a long broadcast for you coming up on, he says with a little bit of dread, coming up for S1 later on. We have a 10-minute qualifying, a 10-minute sprint, a 10-lap sprint, followed by a 53-lap race. So if anyone is watching right now, and I know you will, and you would like to join in co-commentary, or you're engineering for S1 and you'd like to be interviewed on the pit wall, then please do get in touch on the sooner side if possible. Azul Racing lead the championship in rookies on 121 points ahead of Team Black on 104. Team Green only 2 further points back in P3 on 102. Hector yet to break 3 figures on 95, and PSV are right there on 94. Team Orange on 82, and Team Yellow are on 71 points. And I've just realized that in our sponsor heavy start to the starting screen today, we didn't integrate PSV Racing, so it looks like I've got even more work to do on my video editing to try and get hold of some stuff for PSV Racing. Yeah, that's possibly also Gecko, but I'm not sure whether there's actually anything to advertise. Yes, so Brum just confirming that he has now got a team, a full-time seat with Team Yellow, has Callum. So thank you, thanks Finn for that one. I wasn't being too nitpicky, but just to say it wasn't strictly speaking his debut. As we get ready then for the race, I tell you what, let's have a quick look as we are about to see where things stand right now. Let's have a quick look, shall we, at our combined standings, because we haven't really looked at that just yet for a little while. Starting in 2 minutes time, so we've got time here to look at our combined standings. Now that's very, very interesting to find PSV Racing actually head the combined standings, it would seem, but they appear to have fewer points than Hector Motorsports. So there's something coded wrong there. Hector Motorsports may well be in the lead with 364 ahead of joint second place PSV and Azul Racing. Mega Racing on P4 and Brokaga in 5th place. We haven't. I will blame Arya. Absolutely, this is all on Arya. This absolute fustercluck of a standings, especially given that we've got no allied team combinations on this page either. Okay, well, I'll have to look at our drivers then, because that will make a lot more sense, I would imagine. Vader, no doubt in anybody's mind here, he has taken part in a G1 race, has a total of 114 points for the season so far. We are starting very soon, so drink this in as quickly as you can. Call out any notable changes here or positions, but you can see Vader, Hervas and Oscar looking very good at the top of the standings, completing in 2 different divisions at different points as full-time and reserve drivers, but Vader looking imperious as ever at the top. Brum's saying he's almost finished his popcorn already. Well, hopefully you don't depart from us mid-race to go get some more popcorn, Brum. Yeah, we're getting ready then for the race. I think because we don't have as many drivers connected to Hector, I won't be able to make use of Hector on the main screen. So we'll just go with GT7 here. I'm quite sure why Zenith is is spamming the chat right now. Hopefully not waiting for me for anything. Quick look at the event settings for the weather. Have we actually put the weather anywhere? Preset C6, thick clouds. This was the scene of many a driver's recurring nightmare. Was the G2 race here last year in the rain. So I don't know how they'll be feeling right now about the prospect of this race. Hervas leads Roscoe on the outside entry. Hervas here on the way into turn 1. Roscoe on the inside line, but the dirtier side of the track as we get ready for round 7 of the Rookie Championship season here at SVR. It's dropped the clutch. It's go, go, go. Hervas getting a really nice initial grip, and Lord Souza on the soft tyres. Likewise, all the drivers on the front four cars, as things stand, are on the hard tyres, but straight away we have a problem then at the start, and it looks like Roscoe, who was punted to the outside of the circuit, Hervas getting away beautifully, Rizback all the way up to P3 here, and challenging for second position, but Lord Souza is on the hunt down the inside line into turn 3 as Rizback will get a bit of a squeeze going on him there, and it is low grip on the exit. Looks like Taff was slow away in the PSV colour scheme with the entertaining helmet design there, as we've got Jazzy Beats, who's picked up a penalty on this early stage of the race. Hervas leads Lord Souza and Roscoe out front. Irish Liquid in 8th, Crooked Woody down in 9th position on the soft tyres as well. Woody, Fonseca, Boogish Bandy and Callum at the back here, starting on the soft tyres, but has not got the car away very neatly at all. As we see, Hervas's lead is already 3 seconds. Lord Souza has got ahead of Roscoe as we run through turn 8 with not even 1 lap deep, and Hervas has a 3-second advantage right now. Incredible start here. Oscar is cheering on. He's using a lot of blue emojis, but his team are now red and white. So as all fair enough, but we need some red and white stickers there in the chat, Oscar, right now. But it's P. Dios ahead of Lord Souza and Roscoe, as we just have a quick look back at the start of the race from the team green of Roscoe here as we go into the first corner. Hervas had already got away very nicely, and it was just a little bit of contact. You would have to expect that, but it was the yellow team yellow car who, and that might well have been in fact was it Lord Souza? No, I think Lord Souza's just had a spin. I think it was Callum who had a spin at the start of the race. Hasn't got any damage on the car, neither has his teammate. Wow, well that, I don't quite know what just happened there either from Fonseca's point of view, as we head on in towards the slowing corner here. Tries to get down into the apex, doesn't quite make it. Oh, it's just the car in front of him just completely stops dead to avoid, or in reaction to hitting another driver on the way through. Hervas leads by 4.3 seconds right now. You'll have to read Hervas as P. Dios there at the head of the field, having it very, very easy. Roscoe Rizback on the medium tyres is in a very good place as well, but he is 7 seconds away from the leader. Make that a lot more because he just had to pay a penalty. Being passed Izzy round the outside by Mr. T. And he's not quite able to make the jump past Rizback, but now Roscoe getting away from Rizback. It becomes a multi-car chase for P3 now. Rizback, Mr. T and Crooked Woody, who is your executive producer of our rookie races, by the way. If you ever want to wonder why we're live with them, it's big thanks to Crooked Woody. There we have it. Oscar with the red and white, that's much more like it. Side by side goes Crooked Woody and Mr. T. Woody ahead of Mr. T there with a good exit, but he's not being helped into the corner into turn 3 as Mr. T misjudging his braking as the Team Green car crosses in front of his front wing. Jazzy Beats is chasing down in the bright orange citrus livery here for Team Orange as we head down into turn number 4. Callum back up to P9 after dropping down to 12th, says Brum, cheering on his brother. I don't know why you're cheering on your brother. He wouldn't let you race with him today. Here is Callum in P9. There he is. No damage, thankfully, on the car at this early stage. We are expecting there to be possibly some fuel issues later on. Refueling is banned in the Formula side Formula weekends of our Sim Racing World Championship for VR drivers. Taft with the Welsh flag on the back diffuser there. I think Brum might be feeling a little bit jealous of that element of the design. Lord Sousa at the back of the grid as Hervas is pushing like crazy despite having a lead of nearly 5 seconds. He has a 129.7, his absolute best. Roscoe in second, and there is our Frenchman Rysbach in the in a very, very good position for him. I think he's managed a second place so far this season, but I'm just going to confirm that actually, because I just want to make sure I'm not. No, he's had a third place this season, has Rysbach, back in round 4, but yeah, didn't score particularly highly in round 6, looking to take himself clearly ahead of Crooked Woody in the championship here in for P4 and chasing down Jazzy Beats. Here is Crooked Woody though in that 4th position, can see his main championship rival at this time, which is Rysbach, just ahead of him. The clouds are looking quite menacing overhead, and I wonder if the drivers are starting to look nervously at their radars. Hopefully Brum will be able to give us a little bit of information if there are any moments there on the radar that might suggest we've got some rain coming. Mr. T in the new Schmidt Kitchens and Interiors design there. I don't know if Schmidt have a bull on their logo. I think they do have a bull icon on their logo, but it's very appropriate for this race. They're both red and white, passing the Austrian flag outlying runoff area surfaces. Irish Liquid is in 7th. My apologies to him, I haven't really mentioned him yet. And now Boogers Bandy in 8th position, being chased down by Callum here. Let's join Callum on board at exactly the wrong moment there, unfortunately. The Team Yellow car looking somewhat bronze in this light. I don't know if that was the intention, to just have that one yellow, brighter yellow stripe down the middle of the car, as we just tried to stop the rear end getting away, as it appeared to on the previous run. There you have it, yellow team, it says on the car, in case you were in any doubt. Taff is a little bit further back in P10. He's got Rodrigo Fonseca, the other yellow team driver, in P11. Rodrigo getting his best race of the season in the previous round. And Lord Sousa, unfortunately for Lord Sousa, dramatic start there, and he's put himself unfortunately at the back of the grid. Here is Hervas continuing his dominance of the division now. Somewhat of an open goal, you'd say, with his main championship rival Oscar only able to watch today, unfortunately. So we hope that Oscar can make the rest of the season races and take this challenge to Hervas. The only person who's really been able to challenge Hervas consistently through the season. Jazzy Beats has won a race in round 3. But he hasn't been on trading podiums with Hervas with quite the regularity that Oscar has since he debuted with us here for this 2026 racing season. We have Roscoe in P2 right now, 7 seconds clear of Rysbach, who himself on the medium tyres has been able to open the gap to Crooked Woody. The soft tyres going off rather quickly, and we'll be keeping an eye on those fuel loads, because rumour has it that the cars will be quite heavily fuel limited. And don't forget that refueling is banned. It is possible, but it's banned. So we get 20 seconds of penalty for every litre of fuel that is put in the car. So it's probably better to tour around unless you're stopping several laps early. This is Jazzy Beats attacking Crooked Woody right now. So follow his progress here, Jazzy Beats, as he looks for the opportunity. I haven't seen half as many kind of dive bomb overtake chances that I was expecting at this stage of the race. It's lap 6 of the 26. And these cars, a whole lot of fun around this circuit. Crooked Woody was clearly much earlier on the brakes there on his worn soft tyres, and clearly they are not the tyre to be on right now. Jazzy Beats behind of him, Rysbach in front of him, starting to put in much faster times and be quicker to the apexes with that braking performance. I would imagine Crooked Woody is still able to get out of the corners with reasonable equity to the medium runners around him. But Jazzy Beats will be eyeing up this slipstream opportunity, but he'll be checking his mirrors as well, because right there behind him is Mr. T. So I pity the fool caught in the middle of a battle between Mr. T and Crooked Woody. It had to happen, guys, and I'm not sorry about it. But there you have it, as we jump over the crest there with Mr. T. Lamborghini power in his Red Bull Junior car. It will say Cosworth on the steering wheel though. Unfortunately, I see that Team Orange have got some Puma livery, Puma sponsorship, as well as Correos on the rear wing there. Crooked Woody defending hard, but it is a matter of time before Jazzy Beats is able to get by. Can just get to every apex quicker and earlier as we head down. I hope that's Tequila watching, and you were able to watch the start intro of today's race before we went live. Into the pits comes Crooked Woody then, as does the car most immediately behind this group. It's Irish Liquid who goes in, leaving Mr. T and Jazzy Beats. P. Dios, Roscoe have all pitted off the soft tyre. They only lasted 8 laps here, and heading uphill towards turn 1. They lasted 7 laps, excuse me. It is now the 8th lap for the medium tyre starters as they continue on through. Risback leading this group by just under 5 seconds right now, who has the lead of the race. The clouds are looking pretty threatening. We will see if any rain on the randomised rain element in today's race will materialise. I checked the weather forecast prior to the race, and it did say we were looking at a 65% chance of rain at the S1 race time, but it is a mountain region. You never quite know what's going to happen when it comes to weather, so hold on to your hats and umbrellas as we run in towards the tight turn 4. Sometimes staying wide on the outside is actually the better place to be in terms of traction. It proves to be for Boogerish Bandy here. Medium tyre group here, who all started on the same tyres, are now effectively in the way of Roscoe. And Roscoe managed to jump ahead of Hervas in the pit lane. Now, how did that happen? Looks like Hervas might have taken some fuel in comparison to Roscoe. Roscoe has jumped Hervas in the pit lane and is banking on being able to clear this traffic and not have any problems with his fuel later on. Callum in P7 is the last driver, I think, to pit off the soft tyres. And he goes around again, does Callum. 33.9 was 1.7 seconds slower than he'd managed before, or is that 0.7 of a second slower than he managed before, but a significant drop off in pace clearly on that 9th lap. What's happening here, Brum? Are we sticking to the plan? We've got some side-by-side action here. Mr. T ran the outside of turn 3 there. Was owed a little bit more space, I feel, at the apex. Let's check that out again as we see it from Mr. T's point of view here. I think he was sufficiently alongside on the braking zone and certainly at the apex. And a little nudge there. I think just a miscue essentially from Jazzy Beats. Nothing to get too excited about. Legal reasons you can't comment, says Brum, but if I was the engineer I would have told him to pit already. I love the it's not quite Monday morning quarterbacking going on here between brothers, but I love a bit of brotherly banter here. Hervas passing Callum, who is dropping time here significantly as he continues through this one. There you have it. Yeah, it was a 1.1 second deficit in lap 7 for Callum to his previous lap, not even his best lap, as he comes through. Then where is Callum? Into the pit lane. Finally we make it, as Rodrigo Fonseca has not pitted yet, but he has got front wing damage. Crooked Woody has been in the pits, come out in P10. Irish Liquid out in P11, likewise has pitted. Lord Souza right at the back of the grid has not yet pitted, but Risback leads the race. It might be the first time Risback has led a Red Bull Junior race so far. and I think that will be an interesting place for him to be. See what kind of consistency we can post. Very consistent on the lap times the last 3 laps. So I had his absolute best is a 31.1 on the medium tyres. The fuel is dropping off as the grip reduces on those mediums at a roughly even a rate there. Oscar cheering on Schmidt and Azul, who are one and the same. Mr. T using Oscar's car here. I hope, Oscar, you've given him instructions not to damage your car for today's race. Number 47 he's racing with, and a great message for mental health awareness there for on the Schmidt car. Mr. T in P2. He's got Jazzy Beats in 3rd. Behind them come the ones who were at the back at the start of this race with the medium tyres starting. Taff in P4. Hervas then really wrestling the car, completely crossed up on the way through that section, as Roscoe has dropped positions there on that lap to Hervas. Did we get a penalty or something on Roscoe's car? Can't quite see exactly what happened. He was already behind by the time I've been able to pick up our action there. Roscoe in P7. Unfortunately, a bit of a mystery for me as to what went down for Roscoe. So he is now in 6th position. What's important is his relative position to Hervas, but Bugris Bandy just retakes that place then as Roscoe went deep into turn number 3, excuse me. Number 2 is kind of the slight left-hand non-turn on the approach to turn 3, as we power then onto this short acceleration zone prior to the double left of turns 6 and turn 7. Roscoe round the outside, looking to get that inside line through through our 7th corner over the timing beam for our drivers here. Bugris Bandy in that 6th position now, staying ahead of Roscoe, who has much newer tyres. Roscoe then just killing time here really until the drivers in front can clear and go into the pit lane. It's lap 11 of 26. It wouldn't surprise me if we end up with some 2-stop races today. And as I mentioned before, Roscoe collecting various Scottish brand name sponsorships. I think that is the Tennant's T on the side of his engine cover. As he goes super wide round the outside there, doesn't switch back and get back onto the inside line. There's another brand there on the car that I haven't seen yet, but unfortunately not able to challenge on the run down hill towards turn 3. Is there any run in here? Not quite for him. We've got Rodrigo Fonseca in P8, Crooked Woody in 9th. Callum is in 10th. He is now pitted finally, and he'll have good tyres at the end of the race. A message on the rear wheel cover there for Callum. More on that on the end of today's program. But yeah, you can see Rest Easy Big G. Irish Liquid in P11. He's on a newer set of tyres on the mediums, and Lord Souza has not yet pitted. Risback leads by 6.7 seconds here on lap 12 of the 26 as Mr. T continues his race-long rivalry with Jazzy Beats in the Team Orange car. Good to see them racing hard and close together. Start of lap 13, the end of which will see our halfway period here, and they'll be keeping a very close eye on their fuel loads. Will the drivers? Jazzy Beats on the throttle hard here on the way out of turn 1. You can see Hervas closing in from behind. Hervas will not really want to be passing drivers here who are involved in another battle. And there you can see Jazzy misjudging his braking, tagging the back of Mr. T. That will cause them both to be a little bit slower than they might have been through the corner. Here is Hervas on board with him as we look down, try and wait for whatever is going to go on in front to either happen or finish. As we look behind, that was a tiny amount of rear wheel spin there on Jazzy Beats' car. We know how Jazzy Beats plays with blue flags, but there's no blue flags at this point here. This is for position. It's a very nice looking rear wing design there for Hervas, and he'll go for, I would imagine, the manoeuvre as soon as possible. Down the inside line into turn 9 we go. He has a slight tyre advantage and a fairly large pace advantage, but he doesn't want to risk his potential victory here today by going for a low percentage manoeuvre, which that may have been. So hard on the throttle once again out of turn 10. P. Dios finishes the halfway distance of our race, and he is essentially the net leader, of course. Taff is 3.8 seconds back. There was a yellow flag on the racetrack ahead. That has now cleared. No, it hasn't cleared. It's Rysbach. Oh, it's Rysbach from the lead of the race here as he heads into turn 1. Is it a classic turn 1 situation? Oh, just dirty tyres, just slightly wide for Rysbach. Oh, that is tough to see. Sorry about that, Rysbach, as now Taff makes his way by. And, well, Rysbach helps Taff to straighten up there, I think. Oscar saying, Mr. TTTT. He's now in the lead of the race. Don't forget, he hasn't yet pitted, but we do have a new leader at this stage. Mr. T ahead of Jazzy Beats. Well, I would say that. It's just changed. We were just celebrating, Oscar, Mr. T's position, and I think he's had a problem. Let's have a look. Was it a problem, or did a problem happen to him? Well, that could have been netcode, I suppose, but no, that was a much cleaner overtake that time. And round goes the Team Orange lead driver. Jazzy Beats into the lead. That's Hervas going through, risking quite a lot there, Hervas, to get back into the outright lead of the race, despite having the net lead of the race. Mr. T down to P3, Jazzy Beats in second, and Hervas now in the lead of the race. Rysbach decides to pit on end of lap 14. That might be too early to use the softs to the end of the race for Rysbach. Might be committing there to a 2-stop strategy in the pits. We have Rysbach and now Fonseca as they run in. I'll have a look at their pit stop timings. Rysbach stationary for a fair amount of time here. 10.6 seconds for Rysbach, stationary in the pit lane. And keep an eye on that if you use the live race viewer for SVR on the website. 7.2 seconds stationary for Rodrigo Fonseca. So both drivers, I think, fixing damage. Your current top 3, Hervas, Jazzy Beats and Mr. T. The second and third of those cars have not yet been into the pit lane and are trying to get to a point where the soft tyre window is open. Taff, we've seen a little bit leery, but sometimes that's the lag on Taff's car. But he is in 4th position, only 5 seconds away from Hervas. Roscoe, who was second, now in 5th place. Will Roscoe essentially regain that 2nd place? I think he will, based on the 3 cars in front of him who have not yet pitted. Full throttle for Bugris Bandy, or Kendras, as he runs through turn 9. Waiting for his pit stop, and it'll be a lovely feeling to get rid of low grip mediums and put on high grip new soft tyres as soon as you possibly can. Remember though, the soft tyres only lasting 7 to 9 laps. I would say 8 to 9 laps is probably achievable given the situation with lower fuel loads at the end of the race and a slightly more rubbered in racetrack, but you don't want to be leaving yourself with too large an amount of the race left to go. We have 11 laps left on the lap counter. Rysbach in 9th place after fixing the car. He's now 30 clear seconds away from what he used to have as the lead of this race. Irish Liquids in 10th, Fonseca in 11th, and Lord Souza, our last driver, in P12 right now. Leading the race though, Hervas now 3 seconds ahead of the chasing pack, made up of Jazzy Beats and Mr. T. Taff is about 3 seconds further back from this podium battle, and Roscoe is right there with Taff. Roscoe probably feeling a little bit held up here from Taff as we run in to try and track exactly what the new stickers are on Roscoe's car. And definitely, I can see the green goblin. I can't make out the red text on green on the above the side pod there. Something about Red Bull. The Flying Scot we have. Haggis, yes, we found the word haggis rather than an actual picture of haggis. But yeah, I can't quite make that out. Oh, it's Shake and Bake. We had that before, didn't we? Saw that before. Iron Brew, Tennant's, Tunnocks Caramel, Tartan, the Saltaire, everything Scottish we can possibly get hold of here for Roscoe as he continues to chase down Taff. Scotland versus Wales as we head into turn number 3. Round the outside, trying Roscoe. And he actually gets that nice traction zone on the outside of the exit there. And if he can hold on to this outside line, he will still be in a good place on the way through turn 5. However, up front, we have got Mr. T versus Jazzy Beats continuing to challenge. Taff holding firm on the inside line, then cutting out to the outside, but losing the car under traction is Taff. A great hold in the end, but that means that Roscoe will navigate his way to the inside line through turn 7. Does he have the quicker run through here? Not quite. Taff leaving good space on the outside as they run through the double left section here. There was Iron Brew, Brump, definitely Iron Brew, yeah. There's no square sausage, I have to say, or anything deep fried. So Roscoe, the next things to add. I did ask for William Wallace or Mel Gibson as William Wallace there. We have got Sean Connery as well. And I guess we've got a nod to Jackie Stewart with the Stewart Tartan on the bottom of the car as well. Hervas leads, Taff and now Roscoe. But Hervas has a near 10-second advantage at this stage. Mr. T and Jazzy Beats pitting on the same lap, as does Candras or Bugrasbandi in P6. Crooked Woody will presumably be able to put his Team Green in 3rd and 4th positions on the track. Well, Mr. T is on his way out of the pit lane. Have a look up the road here. Mr. T has emerged in front of Crooked Woody. That is a genuine pass for position then in the pit lane. Risbach resuming in 7th place. Callum, who was at the back of the grid after turn 1, is in 6th place now. And there he can actually see what's going on in front of him for the battle for 4th place between Mr. T and Crooked Woody, or Mr. C and Crooked Woody. We have Risbach in 7th, Jazzy Beats in 8th position, as Brum says, go on, Callum. Jazzy Beats in 8th, Irish Liquid just behind this group, but it's Jazzy Beats versus Risbach here. Risbach with a single mistake so far that has put him out of podium contention. That is not to suggest that other drivers won't make similar mistakes, but Risbach, I think, is going to have to stop again. His tyres already forcing the understeer there through turn 7, but I don't see that set of soft tyres getting home comfortably for Risbach. Taff pits, I think, for the 2nd time here, Taff. No, the 1st time he's just left it this late with 9 laps left to run. Hervas leads the race by 12.3 seconds. Should he still be in this league, this division, I should say, Hervas. I knew going in this season, he found something pretty huge in terms of performance over the winter, did Hervas, because I was racing with him, and there was a huge transformation in his pace in the off-season. And then he shows up to race in the rookie division, and I thought, well, you're going to walk this one, Hervas. So with Oscar joining, that has caused a bit of a question mark, but obviously without Oscar to challenge him, this is definitely going to be a tricky situation. Down the inside, it almost forced into a move there was Jazzy Beats. Callum making the overtake. Jazzy Beats diving to the inside, touching Crooked Woody on the outside. That has cost all these drivers some performance on the way through. I'll just stick with it, and then we'll have another look at that section there. Risbach on the back of this group with all the Riz as Jazzy Beats down the inside with Callum. And now Risbach trying to sneak through on the inside there. Wow, it's so tight around this circuit. It's all come straight back to us. Let's have a look at this run then from Risbach's point of view. Well, actually, we'll do it from this one as Callum went to the outside as, well, that looked like defensive work going on. And then double hit, I think, on Callum for a moment there. And Callum's off. Callum is off onto the gravel on the exit of turn 7, start of turn 8. Wow, didn't expect to see that, and his tyres haven't gone yet. So off onto the gravel is Callum, down to 11th position as Roscoe pits off his soft tyres, I believe. Gone for a second set of tyres there, Roscoe. Let's have a look. Is he refueling? I don't think he is, no. Hervas leads somehow by 25.2 seconds all of a sudden from Mr. T, the reserve driver for the Azul Racing Team affiliated Schmidt, Kitchens and Interiors in P2. I don't know if there are any Amandaland viewers in our live chat here from the UK, but just makes me think of kitchens, bathrooms and kitchens. I probably shouldn't make that association, but it's quite funny. Mr. T and Kandras, well, certainly Oscar has found all the emojis in the box. I thought YouTube stopped you from using too many consecutive emojis, but you're definitely testing the patience of that. Hervas pits into the pit lane then. He has gone for another set of tyres, Hervas. Not happy that his tyres will reach the end of the race. We are suddenly in a situation where the drivers who started on the softs do not have enough medium tyre life at the end of this race. I was expecting it from Risbach because of the early pit stop to fix the damage. It may be a case that he has to live with his tyre choice right now and deal with the tyre wear rather than certainly losing positions. No, he bails with 6, well, what it will be 6 clear laps left to go for him. A new set of soft tyres, so the order is being upset, with the exception of Hervas, who's pitted and come back out again with new tyres before Mr. T had managed to overtake him. However, the drivers who started on mediums and escaped the start of this race without damage are in a position to one-stop this race, I believe. It looks like they may well manage this one. Risbach and Irish Liquid dropped behind Callum, who goes back to 8th position. And Callum continues to battle here for a good result. Jazzy Beats in 3rd, Roscoe in 4th position. Roscoe posting a 141.8 on his outlap for new soft tyres. Hasn't been able to really gain any ground on Hervas, who is 15 seconds further ahead at the start of this race. Obviously it was a lot closer. Sounded like Taft's tyres were complaining there, and he has picked up a 1-second penalty for either apex or exit of the corner infraction there with track limits. Bugrish Bandy in P6, he is 21 seconds away from the lead of the race. We have Rodrigo Fonseca in P7, Callum, his teammate, in P8, and Risbach out of the pits. Back to more battling here for Risbach in P9. We have got Irish Liquid in 10th and Crooked Woody in 11th position. Lord Souza right at the back, but he has now regained positions here. Time, I should say. Lord Souza is only 1.6 seconds away from Woody after Woody's made his 2nd pit stop. Hervas' lead is 4.8 seconds. He puts a purple first sector of the racetrack in on this 22nd racing lap. Mr. T on his debut in league racing anyway with us is showing as P2, and he has had a very clean race up to this point as Mr. T in the new red, white and black Porsche style colours with the Lamborghini power of the Schmidt Kitchens and Interiors, and a message about mental health on the side of the car there, you can see. Just an up close look at this one. They've chosen the Webocom's Star Wars inspired sticker on the nose, and yeah, very tidy, very good race car colours, and I love the chase lines down the side as well on the Schmidt design. We need a Schmidt Kitchens and we need a PSV Racing video making tequila. Please and thank you. Jazzy Beats being chased hard here by Roscoe, who's almost into the back of Jazzy Beats. Big tyre differential right now. It's lap 23 of the 26. Mr. T chasing down Hervas, playing the Jaws theme, says Oscar. There we go. Hard on the throttle once again. Roscoe getting the nose ahead on the approach, and he's got the inside line heading down, but he's lost that slipstream now. A little bit of side draft possibly. Little check of where the Team Orange car is currently. Roscoe faster at the apex, thought he was going to run very wide there, but just collecting the car on the exit of the corner, getting himself back in with the lime segments on the front. Puts me in mind of Trivial Pursuit, the front wheel covers of that Team Green car right now. But it's lemon versus lime. Sorry, orange versus lime, I should say. We do need. I think we should have lemon slice on the front of Team Yellow wheel covers. What do you think, guys? And have a full citrus display. As Oscar is adding his own sound effects here. Let's go back and see how close the shark, Mr. T, is to PDS. Further away, unfortunately, Oscar. Sorry about that. For 6.5 seconds now to Hervas, who is driving the wheels off this car. Just posted a purple lap of 29.319 on new soft tyres with minimal fuel remaining to him. Lap 24 begins with PDS 6.7 seconds ahead of Mr. T. Roscoe clearing and gapping Jazzy Beats now for third and fourth positions. Taff in fifth place, Bugris Bandit in sixth, Rodrigo Fonseca in seventh, and Risbach in eighth. There's the lemon lime from Brum. Yes, petition to get lemons on the Team Yellow car, please, if we can. Rodrigo Fonseca in seventh, Risbach in eighth place, Callum in ninth here with Irish Liquid. Crooked Woody, not the position Crooked Woody wants to be at all. You have to say. His form book has been much better than this. He got a P12 in round 5, but that was to this point his worst result of the season. We have a P9 last time out, but he has been on the podium with a third place. Crooked Woody needing to regain some form he had earlier on in the season, of course, and bring us home here successfully. We go to Barcelona next, followed by Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. That is going to be a real handful for these rookies. Brands Hatch Grand Prix, very narrow and bumpy circuit with blind corners, followed by Nürburgring Grand Prix, Interlagos, and finishing at Circuit Spa-Francorchamps in round 12 for the remainder of our rookie season, where we happen to be at the site of the Austrian Grand Prix for all of our races today. It doesn't happen very often in the not always a support race for the main S divisions, but it's good to see. Good battle going on, even at the very back of the grid at the moment. PDS leads by 8.4 seconds right now. Oscar's found an orange. I think that is an orange. Yes, I thought for a moment on my screen that looks almost tomato-like, but he has found an orange. So we need a tomato. Oh, it would be very suitable to have a tomato on the wheel cover of Schmidt Kitchens, wouldn't it? As well. We need all the fruits and vegetables for the team colours there. It's an apple. Okay, Oscar, thanks. I don't know why you're doing an apple. There's nothing apple-y about today's race. We've got limes, we've got oranges, we could have lemons. There's the tomato. Nice. Jazzy Beats in fourth place. Roscoe looks like he is likely to be in third here at the end of the race. Taff with a good result right now as well. His best so far this season, a fourth, so fifth place would be a good one. Thank you for sharing all the food related emojis. Oscar's gone with peas. Wow, we really have kicked something off here, haven't we? This final lap begins then for Hervas, and he has a gap of 8 seconds at the lead of this race. This final lap will tick by very, very quickly. Both Team Orange cars are in battles right now as Taff is catching Jazzy Beats very quickly. Has a bit of a tyre advantage. One lap maybe younger, those tyres, as we run through. Brum's found a Kiwi. Thank you, Brum. We don't have a Team Brown yet, so maybe, Brum, you would like to be in Team Brown. I'm not sure. I know you have plenty of Code Brown moments. Here we go into turn 4, followed by 5. For Yeah, I think the blueberries would look good on the on the Team Black Obsidian race car, wouldn't they? Probably the most appropriate fruit or vegetable they can have on the car. I don't know how Lord Vader and Team Captain would feel about that, I have to say. Hervas on his final tour then. Round turn 8. 2 turns to go. 1 real braking zone, 1 half braking zone left to go for Hervas. This has been utterly dominant for Hervas so far in the race. Through turn 9 we go. 2 stopping, but nothing could stop our Spaniard. Here we go then, heading the Rookie Championship with his 4th win of the season. It's Hervas at the Red Bull Ring, winning once again then, and 2 wins on the bounce. Mr. T on his debut flashes the lights, very, very happy with his performance in P2. Congratulations to him. Here comes Roscoe in Team Green in 3rd place. I can see a somewhat muted congrats Hervas from Brunt. One of those sort of, yeah, happy for you. Great. Jazzy Beats home in 4th, did stay ahead of Taff in 5th. Bugris Bandy crosses the line in 6th position, and Rizbak will come home with a very hard-fought and committed drive here to bring the car home despite a big drama moment earlier on. Rizbak home in P7, and we have Callum next up. So I think Oscar's very happy for his Team Azul reserve driver and points here. Callum home just ahead of Irish Liquid by 1.5 tenths of a second in 8th and 9th positions. Crooked Woody, your executive producer today, crosses the line in P10. And then Souza and Fonseca will nose to tail as they cross the line. But today once again, it's about Hervas winning here. Hi to Daddy Banana as well. I think you appeared, did you not, Daddy Banana, because the bananas started to show up in the live chat. We saw someone left a banana emoji, and suddenly Daddy Banana showed and started chatting. PDOS, a pole position, fastest lap, and the win with a race time of 40 minutes and 6 seconds. Mr. T home nearly 10 seconds further back, but a very impressive debut. Roscoe in 3rd, Jazzy Beats in 4th with Taff in 5th. Roscoe the Scot, Taff the Welshman, incorrect flags on their icons for their nationalities. Bugris Bandy in 6th, Rizbak in 7th, and Callum, the highest placed Englishman. I think Irish Liquid, Crooked Woody, Lord Souza, and Rodrigo Fonseca in P12 is how things shaped up for the run. Thank you so much to everybody for enjoying the race today. As we will be on with the S1 race coming up very soon in less than half an hour's time. But from me, Webbo, from us here at SVR, thank you so much for watching today, and we will catch you on the next race day.